Greetings, all you dirtbags and problematic page turners. If you're a disenfranchised Game of Thrones fan, and let's be honest, who isn't?
I am being honest.
Rejoice, O downtrodden Gentiles, because a great light has come into the world. If you're looking for a dark epic fantasy with multiple storylines spanning vast distances in an interconnected tapestry with Machiavellian maniacs, brutal war, and honorable heroes raging against the dying of the light, then listen up. Today we're talking about Book 2 in the Witchy War series, Witchy Winter, written by DJ Butler and published by Bane Books. Before we go too far, smash that like button, hit subscribe, and ring the bell so you don't miss a single video. And be sure to check the description for that Amazon affiliate link and scoop up your copy of Witchy Winter today and support the channel. Do it! Now, grab your trusty tomahawk and let's get into it. Witchy Winter is an epic flintlock fantasy set in an alternate 19th century America where magic, ancient traditions, and divine forces shape a vibrant, turbulent continent. The story centers on Sarah Calhoun, a determined young woman with potent magical abilities and a tangled heritage, who travels north to Cahokia, where her father was king before his murder. Her goal is to claim the Serpent Throne, a position of great power, but she faces fierce opposition from rival claimants, each with their own agendas. Sarah must navigate Cahokia's complex customs, master her own powers, and uncover mystical truths that hint at a larger divine purpose guiding her journey. All the while, chaos and destruction spreads and a terrifying apocalypse looms on the horizon. As I said, this book has storylines aplenty and a huge cast of characters to go along with it. Maybe too big for my preference, but to each their own. Don't worry though, it's definitely not a complaint that made me even contemplate DNFing this book. In fact, I can already see how a few of these plot lines are going to intersect, and I'm excited to see what results from that when it happens. In conjunction with the huge cast, there's also a huge variety of factions, religions, and cultures, giving us, the readers, a very diverse world to enjoy. Unfortunately, there's no trans representation though. For me, all the characters, factions, and lore is a bit much to keep track of in a single read-through, but for those of you who love to do rereads, it ensures you have plenty to catch on subsequent go-rounds. What about the characters? I hear you cry. They're awesome. More than just fleshed out, but weird, quirky, or straight up insane and sadistic, with believable motivations and plenty of hurdles to overcome no matter what side of things they stand on. Sarah Calhoun is our protagonist of the story, and a great one at that, sharing the spotlight with the entire cast, but also leaving no room for doubt that she is the main character of the story. I do wish I had more scenes from her perspective though, because her scenes are the meat of the story, and she and her retinue are my favorite characters. It's why I liked Witchy Eye more than Witchy Winter, because it focused more on her and her close companions. With her friend, mentor, and father figure Thalanaise now dead, Sarah finds that she not only has to stand on her own 2 feet as a magic user, but she has to step into a role as queen without the sage and trusted advice of the man who introduced her to who she really was. She must lead an army, navigate a political theater where she's pitted against much more experienced adversaries, and continue to explore and master her own magical powers as she searches for her siblings and a way to convince her people and their goddess she is worthy of the Serpent Throne. She's a fast learner, but by no means is she superior to those working against her. With her enemies often giving as good as they get, we get the tension that makes us worry and care about her as a character, and the realization that success in her endeavors is anything but guaranteed and often comes with great risk or a heavy price. On top of all this, she also needs to find her siblings before her enemies do. We meet both her siblings in this story, with her sister having a much smaller part in this book, but Sarah's twin brother Nathaniel, however, has a story arc in this one that is an absolutely wild ride. Unlike Sarah, he has yet to discover his true identity or the fact that he has magical abilities. He is a meek, suffering young kid who really only has one person looking out for him, and that's Bill's son Charles. Their Earl is a senile old man
True international under pressure.
who was supposed to be looking after Nathaniel, keeping him safe and hidden, but the Earl's cursed mind has allowed his earldom to fall into neglect as it has his charge of Nathaniel. In his mental absence, his sons don't hesitate to be cruel to Nathaniel. Like his sister Sarah, Nathaniel also has a deformity, his being his ear, and it is all kinds of jacked up. It makes him hear voices, and he's always pawing at it as the voices constantly torment him. So yeah, we get the picture. This dude's life friggin' sucks, but his arc is truly wild and transformative, to say the least. Tone-wise, this story is about as grim as the stone-cold irrelevance and loneliness of an aging Chelsea handler.
I do not want children.
Butler turned up the dark with this one. The setting has grown more chaotic from book one. I won't go into specifics on YouTube, but let's just say rampaging human-beast hybrids aren't the most gentle raiders when they go a-pillaging. Nasty voodoo curses, murder, and a preacher gone undead wizard turn the Empire into a living nightmare for the common folk. Brutal war and ruthless political maneuvering leave a trail of bodies and burning homes in their wake. Add in the dropping temps and falling snows of winter, and the new world is a veritable hellscape in Witchy Winter. Now, if you've been following my channel for any amount of time, you know that I love action. Whether quick and deadly scenes of single combat,
He poked me in the eye. Captain Insano shows no mercy.
or the epicness of sprawling battles. I love the carnage and badassery of it all. And let me just say, Butler friggin' slays at writing gunfights with flintlock weapons.
Yes, yes.
If you think single shot weapons that take a hot second to reload don't make for interesting fight scenes, you're dead wrong. They absolutely do. If anything, they allow melee weapons to still be relevant while also depicting the devastating effects of firearms on the human body. So any warrior worth his salt better know how to shoot and fight. And Butler often transitions between multiple POVs in pivotal fight scenes, which sounds like it might be confusing, but it's not. It gives the action a dynamic feel, like a camera shot that orbits the fighting, providing the reader a 360-degree view of the action. And then there's the magic. Some of it is truly weird.
Yeah. Weird.
Butler pulls from many world religions and mythologies to craft his world, and the magic reflects that. Instead of specific spells that only have one desired outcome, there are laws and rules that govern how a caster crafts a spell, with components, desired outcome, and even what language you say it in, with dead languages or speaking in rhyme producing stronger spells. If I remember correctly from book one, in this universe, Isaac Newton has passed down some laws regarding the nature of spell work that guide spellcasters when crafting a spell. The voodoo magic has a lot to do with drawing power from spirits and other supernatural beings, which seems pretty near the real world thing. And then there's Nathaniel's magic. I don't know what the hell is going on with this kid's hocus pocus. That was some trippy sweat lodge shit. I really don't want to go into detail because it is so weird. I wouldn't want to deprive you, dear viewer, of the experience of reading it for the first time. DJ Butler delivers a flintlock fantasy that is as unique as it gets. Grim, epic, and packed with brutal conflict. If you're into sprawling lore, brutal action, and magic that is downright weird, this book is for you. Grab it via the link in the description and let me know in the comments what you thought of the review or the book if you've read it. Please remember to like and subscribe. Thanks for watching, and until next time, stay problematic.